season has hit high gear. Off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports.
This taken in at the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
What a dimension this man brings to this defense. He had his mind set there that he was going to get in and make that tackle. He really flew to the football. They go back to Carson here on 2nd.
Room here to run. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. That one's good for 35 yards on the ground and a 1st down. Even from up here in the booth, the play-by-play guy could tell that there was some pretty good blocking on the right side of the line.
Well, you have good eyes, and it's almost like a ballet when it's executed that well. Everyone in the right spot, everyone in sync, everyone hitting the perfect notes. A little more percussion and a lot more bass, I would think, than you get your normal ballet. But at the same time, that was well executed.
The numbers on the ground for Carson last week: 12 carries, 56 yards, and a touchdown.
When you put the ball in the end zone 13 times on the season, one thing is apparent. You didn't do it all on your own. Offensive line.
And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Chris Carson, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks have taken a first-quarter lead.
Well, for Chris Carson, I mean, he is a powerfully built back, and using that size and strength there to good advantage as he shakes free of a would-be tackler.
Myers connects on the PAT, and that makes the score 7-0.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line.
Well, now how about this return?
And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34.
Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at the 34. First carry for James Conner. The numbers there for Conner in last week's game. There isn't a coach alive who wouldn't like those numbers. Well over 100 yards and a touchdown, too.
Partner, I think all the coaches who are in that great coaching box in the sky would take those numbers.
So dead or alive?
Either way, they would take that kind of production.
And now the throw hauled in by Green. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
Murray to the veteran Green for the Cardinal first. For this defense, CD, and going up against Kyler Murray here, what's the secret to keeping him in check?
Having better athletes than him, which is really unrealistic. So I go way back in football. They used to have a coverage called the umbrella coverage with 4 defenders back deep. Now you want to try and move that umbrella up front with Kyler Murray. Kind of surround him and keep him hemmed into the pocket. Because if he breaks out, he's going to hurt your defense in a big way with his legs.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Murray a give. This is Conner.
A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. Now we're going to get a stoppage here as we've got an injured Cardinal on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside.
Snap will come from the 31 on 2nd and 7.
Murray now, eluding the pressure right.
And looking for Kirk, but this pass is intercepted.
Trey Flowers picks it.
So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
After the interception, here's Wilson. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Chandler Jones has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game watching this offensive line because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Another try after the first down sack. Wilson. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete. So the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Wilson. And he'll go down in the end zone. Down goes Wilson. It's a safety. And, Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
After the safety, remember, they also need to give up the football, and here's the free kick. Kirk now, the return man. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense.
Now, they entered play on a 2-game win streak, and then they've got the open date on their schedule next week. So this is a group that's really looking to hit the break on a high note.
And this will obviously be a tough game for them, but go ahead and play this out with me, partner. If they win here and make it 3 in a row, they get to heal up after that. You've got to think that's an ideal setup and a worthy goal to play for in this one.
Steps away to his left. Murray has the first down and more. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20.
Partner, it's often that man coverage is easier for a quarterback to run against. You get your receivers going downfield. Those guys are staying with them, and oftentimes they have their back to the quarterback, which opens up a lot of space and room, and they don't even know that he's taken off with it. What a big-time pickup on that play.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 11 yards is the gain on the keeper there, but now it's 3rd down. Now the first carry for Chase Edmonds. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. And now Murray's going to set up to throw. They'll roll him out right. It's caught on the right side. Williams. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. James Conner, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Cardinals have taken the lead.
Well, they've done a pretty good job keeping him in check to that point, but he finally breaks off a nice run here and gets into the end zone.
And it just takes one, doesn't it, partner? That can undo a lot of good work that a defense has done to that point. You break off one right there, and everything suddenly looks bad for you.
Prater for the extra point, and the lead is now 2. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick.
From the 10. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. And we will get another look at Seattle's offense.
And last time they surrendered the safety, we know they don't want to do that again.
That is just one of those oddities in scoring that we get, and it's just so strange to see that go up on the board, and then you got to make sure that that doesn't happen to your team again. They've got to take care of the ball.
But, boy, it juices up the defense.
Oh, without a doubt. That's a great way to score some points.
16 yards right off the bat and a first down.
Boy, an effective play there, getting their wideouts involved in the run game.
But they're always hoping on that type of a play that they can get to the end of the line and have a chance to turn it upfield as he did there. That means they controlled the blocking and took care of the defensive end or the outside linebacker to give him that lane.
And I guess I need to clarify, I said getting their wideouts involved in the run game, but of course that was actually a pass as he popped it forward.
And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
Second and 11.
Here we go. Let's bring it. Let's go. Let's bring it.
From the gun, it's Wilson. And it's incomplete.
Will Disley, the intended receiver.
And now it's 3rd down.
This defense for the Cardinals, they were very strong last week in the win over Carolina.
And while you can't actually see confidence rising in a unit, you feel like you can. And when you look at this team, you definitely think that it is, because anytime you can tell your offense, just get us a couple of touchdowns, we got this thing locked down, that's when you know you're playing well.
And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
Get ready. Get ready.
Through 1 quarter, 9-7 our score. Cardinal football here to start quarter number 2. As they get set to start their drive with a 1st and 10. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They begin on the ground here with Connor. The first play of quarter 2 is a pickup of 2, with them holding a 2-point lead. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Murray flushed out right. This one complete to Christian Kirk. And all the way down to the 12.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's keep going. It's all right.
Well, we know that he can beat you in a number of ways. He can catch it short, he can take it long, or he can do what we just saw right there, catch it and then run with the football.
And we see plays like this quite a bit when you allow a quarterback to get out of the pocket, because it's really easy for a defender to lose sight of the receiver. His eyes often go to the quarterback maneuvering, and this time it led to a big play.
And the next-gen stats show us the tale of how much yardage he was able to tack on after the catch.
A real field flipper there, as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone. Here's a handoff to Connor. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Give him maybe a yard, quite the opposite from the previous big gainer. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. The Pro Bowler DeAndre Hopkins, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down. Here's Murray being chased out left. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Kyler Murray, a 10-yard touchdown run. And the Cardinals will extend their lead.
Defensively by now, you know his ability. You know he has it in him to take off and run.
Yeah, because they knew coming into this game, but we've already seen examples in this contest that he can run the football.
I think they're going to examine different ways to rush him now. Are they going to do it with different lanes? Are they going to use a spy? But they have to come up with options, because right now, he's hurting them.
Extra point good by Prater, and that makes this a 9-point game. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And the play that polished it off was the touchdown run by Kyler Murray. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick.
Now the ball now going back over to the Seattle Seahawks offense.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Wilson after the play fake to Carson. Working the middle here, that's complete to Everett, the tight end. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. Now we're going to get a timeout here as it looks like there's a Seahawk injured on the play. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. To throw again on 2nd down. Wilson.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Byron Murphy. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line.
Certainly not his best throw that time, and not a good time to make it, Charles, when they were a nickel with 5 defensive backs on the field.
And that's exactly why you have those 5 DBs out there. You want extra speed on the field, guys who have ball skills and understand what the passing game can do, and gives them a chance to react and make a play on the football, and they take one of those away.
So good field position for the Cardinals as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 46. They start with a give to Connor, and he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Now Murray off play action. Williams brings it in. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
Normally you see 3 tight ends in a formation, you have to think to yourself, this has got to be a run. And I know as a safety, when I saw that, I took an extra step or 2 towards the line of scrimmage. Instead, they threw the ball, and he found one of those tight ends for a very nice pickup.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Edmonds running out of the shotgun. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
Coming up on a 2nd and 6.
They fake the handoff. Now Murray. He'll buy some time right. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there.
Come on, baby.
Well, that's a nice job right there. He's looking downfield, but with no one open, he takes off and tries to run for it. He gets to the sidelines and gets out of bounds with a 1st down.
On 1st and 10 is Connor. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
That was a good run, and it got to the 2nd level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually playing. 1st level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary.
And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. James Conner with his 2nd touchdown here in this 1st half. And the Cardinals now adding on to their lead. Nice execution there. Good job by the O-line getting him in for the 2nd time.
And you always have to start with credit there when you're having a big game. I mean, you don't get there by yourself. That's rare. But how about the ability to see the proper holes, pick the proper place to go, and find his way into the end zone?
Prater for the extra point. And that could be important as that makes this a 16-point lead. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The Seahawks take back over. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
Tackle made by K1 Short.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
Now Wilson. He'll air this one out deep for Sims. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick.
He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
I'll tell you what, these last couple of drives, much better from a defensive perspective. They gave up a touchdown on the opening drive, and then after forcing a punt on their last possession, it looks like they're going to get the football back again.
It'll be a 44-yard punt. The return goes for 8. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Here's James Conner now as he trots back onto the field. And he's sure looking like a lock for a 1,000-yard season. Don't know if he's going to get it in this game, but he'd probably like to just to get past that point.
Yeah, and if he doesn't,
Conner loses it. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And they bring this one back. It's a fumble recovery and a Seattle touchdown. So the defense forces the fumble. They get the score, and a guy on defense becoming offensive there, Charles.
and you know they love that. Any guy on defense loves to pick up the ball and have it in his hands to try and score himself. In this case, that's exactly what happened.
Be singing in the shower postgame. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. Here's James Conner now as he trots back onto the field. Looking for a bounce back. Had the fumble a moment ago that went for a touchdown the other direction. See if he can get back in rhythm.
And you have to be very careful about having too quick of a hook with really good players. I did a guy's game in high school where he fumbled 3 times in the first quarter, finished with over 300 yards on the night, later ended up in the NFL. If you've got a talented back, give it back to him.
106 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot. Conner going to get it again on 2nd down.
And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. They go backwards there 2 yards, and 2nd and 1 is now 3rd and 3. Now Murray, he bootlegs it. Escaping the pressure right. Murray has the first down and more. And finally down at the 41-yard line. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
Yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
The escapability in evidence there is that one good for 15 and a first.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
They'll run on first down. It's Conner. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
They'll fake it to Conner. Now Murray.
Sliding out of the pocket. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd. They'll try and run for it with Conner. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down.
That's about what you would expect since they're so efficient at picking up 3rd downs in the top 5 in the NFL. It's all a mindset, and I guarantee you, it started in the offseason. 3rd down's important to them. They find a way to pick them up at a very good clip.
The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half.
In need of only about the length of the football here on 2nd down.
On the handoff, Conner. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona.
James Conner
on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Cardinals push further out in front.
That score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow because they've had a tough time through the first 2 quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there. Unable to do so, that makes their comeback hopes that much more difficult.
Extra point good by Prater. And that could be important as that makes this a 16-point lead. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Wilson. Flush to his right. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. From the 45 on 2nd down, Wilson. He'll find Eskridge here complete. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. On 1st down, Wilson. A pass underneath for Carson. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. 2nd and 10. Now it's Wilson. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Dwayne Eskridge as the first half is winding down. And the Seahawks are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. You normally talk about the mobility and the accuracy first, but the arm strength, that's what can turn Russ into danger Russ. Extra point up and through by Myers. And that trims the lead down to 9. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together. 1st down, Murray. Going deep for Hopkins. And this is incomplete. Oh, he looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. An abbreviated halftime show as we get rolling to quarter 3. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And he will be brought out here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Here's James Conner now as he trots back onto the field. And he's closing in on that number that all running backs circled beginning of the year, the number 1,000. Could do it on this drive.
And you have to think to yourself that this moment, getting to this spot, it started in the offseason, right? Not just the workouts, right? Not just getting yourself physically prepared to play, but mentally, as well as your team, as well as your unit, head coach, offensive coordinator. We run the football. We give you opportunities. He's taking advantage of it.
And when you get this close to the mark, you just hope things don't tighten up, right? You probably want to get there and get it in your rearview mirror.
You really do, don't you? Because now it becomes predominant, and you wonder about play calling as well. Do you want to call plays to get that out of the way, or are you still calling plays to win the game first? That becomes the burden of the play caller.
Going to run the sweep here. This is Hopkins. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. And they're going to speed things up here. On play action, it's Murray. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this third quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind, and we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3.
59 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. Carson.
And he will take this one in for a Seattle touchdown. Chris Carson with touchdown number 15 on the year and 2nd of the game. And the Seahawks capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Myers connects on the PAT, and the lead is down to 2. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
So here are the Cardinals to take over. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Edmonds. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Murray. Rolling to his right. This is caught. It's Kirk. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
On 1st down, Connor. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total. Murray now on 1st down. They'll roll him out right. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be 2nd down. Here's Connor. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Now we've got whistles, and the man slow to get up here is Jones. We'll check on his status when we get back.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Here's Connor. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. To throw is Murray. He'll buy some time right. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Kyler Murray, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Cardinals will extend their lead. Not the first time on this drive we saw him take matters into his own hands, and this time he finishes things off with a touchdown run.
You're not going to be happy with me, but I think he took matters into his own feet, didn't he?
Oh, Davis from the top rope. I like it. Prater for the extra point, and that makes this a 9-point game. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20.
The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. And we have seen a lot on the scoreboard here in this quarter. So sometimes you talk to me about tendency breakers on offense. These defenses struggling. Are there tendency breakers on defense?
All defensive coordinators keep something in their hip pocket for these types of situations. What can we do to slow down the onslaught? But the biggest thing is make sure these guys encourage each other, pick themselves up, because right now it's been a really tough ball game trying to stop these offenses.
Oh, it really has, especially as of late. 7 yards on the play, and that'll make this a second down. Now it's Carson. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2. Here's Wilson to throw. That's into the hands of his tight end, Will Dissly. And he is going to have a Seahawks 1st down as they get 5 there on 3rd and 2. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Wilson. Throw left side complete. That's Sims. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35.
If you're running out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 74 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
This is Carson. And he'll get it across midfield and down into Cardinal territory. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive could take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
From just shy of midfield, Wilson. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble.
They can't stop the franchise.
Fortunate to get that football back, because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity, because it could have been lost there, their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the 1st. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd. Now Wilson on 1st down. That's taken in by Eskridge, complete. And he's taken down inside the 30. The Seahawks moving pretty well through the air. Another 1st down.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a 1-score game. I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
From the 22, Wilson. That's complete to Dissly, the tight end. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 12-yard line. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago, because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time, because let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
A rare misstep on that last play, because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Throwing is Wilson. A quick target here, complete to Metcalf. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield. for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback.
End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Steven Sims, his second touchdown on the season. And the Seahawks have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a one-score game here in the fourth.
And that's what these guys have done all game long, because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And by now we should all realize they're not going away. Now the pressure again swings to their defense, because they're going to need to find some way to get the ball back.
And he returns this to the 22. Here's James Conner now as he trots back onto the field. I guess it kind of goes without saying at this point, but he's had a great game, as we like to say, a nose for the end zone, no doubt.
Continues to find it throughout this game, and I'm sure he's got a nice place to live. He might want to make an offer on the end zone for a second home, because that's what it's been like throughout this contest. He knows how to get there, and boy, he looks happy when he does.
He's already bought all the property in the end zone. That's the problem. He's going to sell to himself now. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. The Cardinals on third down. A perfect 4 for 4 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Edmonds. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. Throwing on first down is Murray, sliding out of the pocket. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple, and they're going to hurry back to the line now. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Murray. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit, because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into his windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw, so maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
166 yards for him on the ground now, and 3 touchdowns to go along with it. Conner going to get it again on 2nd down. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. A gain of 10, first down, Arizona.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
2 minutes remain, and that's our score differential as well. 2 points here in the fourth quarter. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. Conner on first down, not going to get a whole lot. Maybe a couple. 2nd down coming up. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. 2nd and 8 coming up. They'll toss this out right for Conner. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left. Play number 9 on the drive coming up, and they need 9 yards on 3rd down. From the gun, a give to Conner. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And it's off the left upright. Oh, my goodness. Heartache. It's no good. So plenty of leg, but it's the accuracy there that lets him down.
Yeah, he hit it really well. I think this might have been good from 55, but you'll see it just conk off that upright, and they're denied a chance at 3 points.
So Wilson and the Seahawks down by 2, just over a minute 40 to play. Now he dumps this off over the middle, and getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. He'll find Metcalf. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Now here's a timeout defensively coming from the Cardinals, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Now Wilson. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Byron Murphy. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops.
Well, you knew you had to take some chances here with the clock winding down, needing a touchdown to win it, and that one might have just sealed their fate.
Yeah, and that's the nature of the 2-minute drill. The offense trying to go downfield and make their plays. But defenses, they're sitting back watching everything that they do, but not too far back. They want to be in position to make a play on the ball, and that they did.
Down to a knee goes Murray, as that will just about wrap this thing up. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Down to a knee one more time, and that should just about do it. So it's a win here for the Arizona Cardinals, and they were really helped by